Hello everyone, this is Naheed Oberfeld and welcome back to my 30-day business transformation challenge. I hope that you've been tapping along with me over the past 3 weeks, and I hope that you've been uncovering all the limiting beliefs that have been keeping you from really creating a successful and thriving business that you deserve. Now, if you've missed one or two of the videos, I recommend that you go back and re-listen to them or listen to them for the first time, and there may be one or two subjects that you might find are really pertinent to you. If that's the case, go back to those videos and re-listen to them to make sure that you've uncovered those beliefs and you've really worked through it with the tapping script that I've provided. So today we're going to shift perspective a little bit. And we're going to focus on what is the belief inside of you about your ability to create a successful business. In other words, each and every one of us has to some degree a belief that I need to do more, or I need to be more of something, or I need to have more of something in order for me to create a thriving business. In other words, there's a piece of us that does not feel confident about our ability to create. And that's what we're going to focus on today. So I want you to take a moment and close your eyes. We're going to do a very quick experience here today. And feel into your stomach area, your gut area. That's where your intuition comes to you and speaks to you. And ask yourself this question. What percentage of me does not believe that I am capable of creating a successful, thriving business? So just take a moment and keep your eyes shut and pause the video if you need an extra minute to get the answer. But ask yourself that question and I promise you, you're going to get an answer. It doesn't matter what that percentage is. It could be something as small as 5% or 10%. But the truth is, when we get triggered, so when we're in a stressful situation, that small piece of us begins to take over and it runs the show. So instead of you acting from an analytical, logical, and knowledgeable place, instead you revert back to the emotion and the stress and the anxiety that the small piece of you is sort of holding over you, right? And until we clear that, you're going to find that you're going to continue with this stress and fear cycle that goes up and down and up and down, right? So now that you've got your number, okay, we're going to tap on that. And so let's first take a moment to figure out exactly where you feel it in your body. So when you think about the stress, when you think about the anxiety, about this piece of you that feels, I'm not competent or I'm not confident in my ability to create everything that I choose to have. So where do you feel it in your body? And then the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is gauge that. So from 0 to 10, how strong is that sensation in your body, that stress level in your body? 10 being it's the highest stress you've ever experienced, and 0 means there's none whatsoever. So again, close your eyes if you need to and kind of feel into your body. I'm going to use numbers of people that I have recently had this conversation with, and you can substitute your own number and your own location when I talk about the stress in my body. And let's start over there. Okay? Let's start. So starting at the karate chop point, I'm going to start with, even though there's a small percentage of me that doesn't feel comfortable that I will be able to create a successful business. And this percentage is holding me back. I choose to love and accept all of me. Even though there's a small percentage of me, it's only 8%, but it's holding me back because there are days when it doesn't feel comfortable and confident that it can attract the right clients and grow my business. And I choose to love and accept myself. This small 8% of me, it's sabotaging my successful business. There's a piece of me that still believes I need to do more, I need to be more, or I need to have more of something before I can create the business of my dreams. And I choose to accept that I'm sabotaging my best efforts. We start at the top of the head. This 8% of me is really concerned, feels out of control. This 8% of me doesn't believe that it knows how to create a successful business. This small 8% of me feels like I need to do more of something. I need to have more something. And this 8% of me won't allow me to move forward. All the stress and anxiety, I feel it as this tightness in my mid-back. All the stress and anxiety, because this 8% of me does not feel confident that it can create a successful business. And I feel it as this tightness in my mid-back at the level of a 5. This small piece of me that's holding me back. It feels out of control. It feels helpless and hopeless. It feels like I am at the mercy of my clients and potential clients. Feeling out of control, unable to create the business of my desires. This 8% of me feels like it's out of control. It feels like I need to know more. I need to be more something. Smarter, business savvier, do more marketing. All these things that I have not yet done, and this 8% of me believes that I will never get a new client until it's all been accomplished. So take a moment and take a deep breath. Let it out. And really just sit with this for a second and see, how do you feel? Has your number elevated? Has your stress level elevated a little bit? Because now we've focused on this belief system, so it's quite likely that your stress level has gone up a little bit. So reevaluate where in your body you're experiencing this stress and also what that new number is. Okay? And we're going to do one more round related to that. All this stress, I carry it in every cell of my body. The inner belief is that I'm what? I want you to take a moment and figure that out. When it comes to not feeling confident and competent, it means that I'm what? I have this inner belief in me. This inner belief that just won't allow me to move forward. This inner belief that means that tells me that I am just not capable of creating a successful and thriving business. There's a part of me that does not feel capable, confident, and it's sabotaging me. This 8% of me that's holding me back, and I can feel the stress and anxiety in every cell in my body. I feel it as the tightness in my back because of this fear that maybe I don't have what it takes to be as successful as I want. So focusing on those fears, if that's what comes up for you. All this fear, all the stress and anxiety in every cell in my body. There's a part of me that wants to move forward, but this 8% of me says, no way. I'm not capable. I'm not confident. all the stress and anxiety, and all this fear that's pushing away my ideal clients. All the stress and anxiety, all this fear, because I don't feel capable and confident. I'm at the mercy of my clients. I'm at the mercy of someone else to be able to create a thriving business. All this fear inside of me, all this stress and anxiety, I would love to release it and move forward in confidence and grace. So again, take a deep breath. Let it out. And see where you stand right now. So get back into your body and kind of feel where the stress and anxiety is. Chances are, as you were doing this, you might have come up with an incident or an event that reminded you of where you felt or how you felt less than or lacking in some way. Okay? And if that's what comes up for you, then the emotion probably stepped up a little bit again. So do this exercise a few more times, really focusing on the emotion of the fear and anxiety that comes up. We're going to end this tapping session with a positive round of tappings, not something that I normally do, but I'd like to inspire you a little bit and see exactly where you can take your emotion and how far you can take it to the next level. All right, so let's start over here. Even though this 8% of me wants to sabotage because it does not feel confident and capable, the rest of me knows that I'm really good at what I do. And people have told me that. And I'm going to accept that as my truth. And I choose to love and accept myself. Even though this 8% of me feels very scared and feels incapable of creating a thriving and successful business, I know that I've been successful in the past. And I'm going to do it again. And I choose to love and accept myself. This 8% that's trying to hold me down, I accept it, and I recognize that I've been successful before and I can do it again, and I choose to love and accept myself. 8% of me feels like it's lacking in confidence, but the rest of me is very confident. 8% of me feels like I need to know more or do more or be more. But the rest of me knows that I've been successful just how I am and where I am today. This 8% of me really is scared, and I can feel it as this tension and anxiety in my body. But the rest of me knows and will focus on all the times that I have been successful, all the times I've been told how much my products and services have been appreciated, all the lives I have changed because my clients have appreciated what I have to offer. This 8% of me is still scared, and I acknowledge it. I acknowledge that part of me. And I accept there's a lot more in me that's ready to move forward, capable, confident, and desiring of my successful business now. Okay, so take a big deep breath and drink some water if you have some nearby. And again, spend some time with this video, really clearing through. It might take several repetitions, but that shows you just how strong that belief system is in you and how much it's impacting your life and your business.